Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Hometown Highlights. I'm Shane Cardinal, and today we are joined by the lovely Tyreece from season 1 of Slag Wars. Hello, Tyreece. How are you?
Hi, I'm doing so well. I'm so excited to be chatting with you today.
Thank you, thank you. I'm excited to be chatting with you. I got basically all the rest of the cast, and now I'm on to you. And it's been exciting things for me, just as it is for you guys doing the show. So I'm excited, and thank you again for joining me. Tell me about your life and how you grew up, and where you're from, how you got to be on the show. Just tell me a little bit about your career and starting off.
Okay, let's go with my life. I guess I kind of didn't have a standard upbringing, but my mum, my mum's basically my rock. She's the one that's always been there for me. She's been my dad, my grandparents. Like she's been like the my idol, my public figure that
Yeah.
I aspire to be. And anything I do, she's been so supportive. Like I used to, well, still do, like part time in retail, like here and
Mhm.
there, just so I can pay the bills, basically.
Yeah.
But my aspiration is to be a performer and an artist, and especially before COVID, like queer nightlife was my scene,
Okay.
and I and it's like without my mum being like there for me and supporting me, what even like helping me sew because my mum's a seamstress. She went to
Okay.
the London School of Fashion. She's always there like sewing my costumes together, and because I've never had that father figure, but I know like some people say that did that affect my upbringing? Is that and you hear the stories where people are like, oh, is that probably the reason why you're so extra feminine? Which is
Hmm.
not the case because my
Definitely
mum,
talk about that. Yeah.
yeah, because my mum is the one that's embraced me, and oh my god, I'm getting teary because my mum is my life. Um, let's go into my career. Well, I knew Kane before the show because Kane was
Okay.
basically my manager.
Okay.
Kane
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
um, we had a fun queer hotspot party called Popcorn, and I
Yeah.
was a
Okay.
residential dancer like every Monday, and I just I just wanted to get to a place where I was getting booked for me, myself, and I because I'm on that spectrum where I don't see myself as a go-go dancer, and I'm not considered a drag queen because I don't do drag, whatever drag is. So
Yeah.
I'm somewhere in the middle because I turn looks, I I stun, I dance, I do all this, but I could never do a drag brunch because that's not what I do. Where
Yeah.
I couldn't be like I couldn't be a muscle Mary in the club just on the podium because that's not me
Yeah.
either.
Right. That's actually a great topic to bring up because before we go any further, I'd like to address your pronouns are they, them.
That's right. They them.
Perfect. So it's kind of there was a quote you said, I identify as Tyreece. Just because I am male presenting, people have often forced their ideologies that I am not non-binary, which I'm going to ask you to talk about that. But it kind of is the same thing like what you just said. I don't feel like necessarily a drag queen, but I'm not also a performer. And I think that a lot of people today are feeling that like not confusion, but it's like I don't fit into this box of being just this. So what does it mean for
Exactly.
you to be non-binary, and explain the term in general for my viewers and yours as well?
Well, obviously, with everything, especially non-binary, it's a whole spectrum. It's an umbrella. There's no one set thing that is non-binary. A lot of people, which is no discredit to anyone else, a lot of people assume androgyny equals non-binary, but because
Okay.
I'm male presenting, it kind of people always questions or I have backlash because I don't look non-binary because I am male presenting and I would never change how I look because I love how I look. I love how I dress. My fashion's very like I wear what I want. If I like it, I'll wear it. If I want to wear a crop
Yeah.
top, I wear it. If I want to wear a skirt, I don't really care. But it's the fact that my features make myself masculine,
Yeah.
where me non-binary to me is very much a spiritual and inner thing because sex and gender to me are two completely different things. Like I was born male. I'm male. I'm male presenting. Right. Where my gender is much more how I perceive myself, how I want other people to perceive me, how I want to gender express.
Yep.
And I
It's
feel
all about
like
expression.
yeah, and I feel like that's where people may get confused because I clearly present as one sex, where some androgyny people you don't really know, so that's classed as non-binary, or that's classed as that is non-binary because that is like the mainstream thing where people can identify.
Yeah. So do you think that has to do with like ignorance and people just not knowing? Because like when I was talking to my friend, he's 18 and he's just now coming out himself, and he doesn't really know the world of being in the LGBT community because he hasn't really had a community of gay people around him like that. So he's kind of ignorant on it. And he was like, "Oh, I believe there's only two genders." And I was like, "Okay, well, that's your belief, but I'm not going to fight with you right now." And then he was like, "Oh, well," I said, "Sex and gender are two different things." He said, "I'm pretty sure they're synonyms." And I'm like, "That's literally where you're wrong. Sex is between your legs, gender is between your ears. It's what you feel and how you want to act." And so I like that. And it's amazing that you are representing a community as well on this show. Tell me a little bit about what it means to you to represent the queer community and non-binary community and even people of color.
A lot of people keep saying this to me, and I love that I can represent, like, because I love my community, like, but I also want people to know I'm not representing every single person within my community. I'm literally representing myself within the community, because I know people will be able to identify with me, but some non-binary people won't look anything like me, and that's fine.
Yeah.
I just wanted to be a representative on the show that can get across, because we don't really see much non-binary POC people on TV, and especially being on a flat platform like Slag Wars and like Sophie and Rebecca and even Matthew and all production, that they're so inclusive. Like the show's probably the most inclusive reality show out there.
Which makes sense because like not everyone is going to be exactly, because it's again not fitting into that exact box. So I know what you're saying. You don't want to be that role model that's like I'm the one and that's all that there is. So I get what you mean by that. But how important is it to see people of color? Like, because I myself, I'm white. I'm not in that community and I don't know the struggles. I will never pretend to know I know the struggles, but I know that it is based on media and coverage and everything that's going on in the world, and especially in the US in these last few years with Black Lives Matter and the protests and everything that's been going on. How important is it for young people to see people of color and gay people on TV?
I think it's all about like what you said with your friend about ignorance. It's not even ignorance, it's just being exposed to our communities constantly, because heteronormativity isn't normal. It's just there's a lot of it. We just see a lot of it. So it's so important, especially for the younger generation. Well, I guess I'm considered younger generation because I only turned 21 the other day. But I literally turned 21 and everyone's always surprised because of how comfortable I am within myself. But that's only because I've been surrounded like people like Kane, who's my manager, and like the queer community a lot. So I can just feel like I can be myself. And a lot of queer people haven't found themselves completely. So I feel like that's why, especially not just from the heteronormative society, but from our own queer community. I know in episode 2, I don't want to spoil anything, but I know in episode 2, a lot of people are going to have problems with issues that I talk about. And on the trailer, I talk about the fetishization of the Black community in sex work.
I was going to bring that up too, yeah.
And it's like issues like that where I know maybe not, but largely a large portion of the white community will be like, no, that doesn't happen. No, why are they talking about that? Well, it needs to be addressed, because what other platform can I address it on?
It's definitely, I feel like if you were to say like the straight white community would definitely, I feel like, and then even then like the people that just like the muscle heads on Grindr that don't really, they're not really as woke, I would say, because I feel like a lot of like I have a lot of drag queen friends on Facebook and stuff like that, and they're definitely all talking about that type of how it's an issue. So I definitely see that, and it's good, like you said, to show and be exposed to that.
It's good because even from the trailer, even episode 1, the show is so fun. It's so campy. It's so crazy. It's so authentically Sophie and Rebecca, but it's also down to earth, just like them. Like, we are human at the end of the day. It's reality TV, so it's going to be fun, stupid, blah, blah, blah. But we have got real life going on, and 2020 has happened. This does bring light to so much stuff, but we need to reflect on what's happened and how much struggle we've had to get here.
Yeah, that seems to be the general takeaway from a lot of the contestants that I've talked to too, is that it's very open and it destigmatizes a lot of things. Like even just like going into my first interview talking to Sophie, I was very like, not, I mean, I guess I will say ignorant. I just didn't know, like, but I don't know why I didn't assume. But you don't assume like someone in the sex work has a child that's 14 years old. You don't assume that they're a sweet, caring, like you would just think that all they do is sex. And like realistically, that's not the case. And seeing you guys all have lives and being so genuinely kind is amazing. It's just goes to show, like, again, it's more than just a bunch of flamboyant,
Absolutely.
you know what I mean, craziness. It's real lives, real things people have to go through, like your struggles, like you were talking about, and then, you know, other struggles will probably come out in next episodes and stuff. So it's good. Speaking of the show, I think now it's time we just cut right into and play a clip of the first episode from the pole challenge.
Oh, God. Tyreece, you're looking gorgeous. Are you excited about showing off your slag skills? Oh, I bet you've got plenty. Come on over to the pole.
Don't play shy.
Just know what I can do.
Oh, yeah. Oh, right. Oh, yeah.
Land straight in a split. That's what we do in London.
Tyreece actually learned this move from Queen Elizabeth.
I think Tyreece is a bit shy.
I'm definitely hoping that some of these other contestants are gonna like fail. So, okay. We've got people that can actually do stuff.
Oh, yeah. That's it.
Oh, I like this bit. I like this bit.
Yeah,
Like her.
Yes.
Oh, that was fierce.
So that was a clip from the first mini challenge, or what even really was that? That was just like a get to know each other kind of thing?
Yeah, it's a mini challenge. So it's like what gets you in the mood, and the mini challenges are always called foreplay because, you know, foreplay is always better than sex.
Okay, yeah.
It's to get us in the mood for the next passion project, which is like the main challenge.
So will there be foreplay challenges throughout the episodes as well, or was that just for the first one?
Oh no, there will be it's like a continuous format of that, of like having a foreplay challenge that gets you in the mood. It's fun, it's silly, and then the passion project is like the big one.
Okay, so after that challenge, you guys are seen back in the house, and Levi stirs a little drama, asking you if you just think you deserve to win, which I think was kind of ballsy of him to ask, where he definitely did not deserve to win. But what do you think about those kind of moments, like the little drama? Is that what you're there for, or is that just part of the territory?
Well, to be fair, I'm not there for the drama. I just want. I'm very competitive. I'm there to win, and obviously it's a plus. I can represent my community, but I feel like when you put 7 queers in a house together, even if you're not there for drama, you're gonna butt heads.
Yeah. Like,
I'm pretty sure that other contestants have said this. It's like we're a family, but a very dysfunctional family.
Yeah.
It's like the second cousin you never see, but you're just rude to.
Yeah. We
like
all have one of those.
You're at the Christmas dinner table, and you're like, we're a family, and this is fucked, but we're in it for life.
Yeah. So it definitely seems like it's very inclusive. Even it's more so not even really about the challenges. Yeah, the challenges are there to like further the storyline, and there has to be a winner and this kind of thing. But it's definitely, I feel like Sophie, she wanted at the end, she was like, can't we just all have them just live here and not send anyone home? Which, God bless her, because like, so sweet. But I feel like even then that would be a great show to see that many people and see how you all interact and like, and all of that. But yeah, it was definitely fun seeing you in that challenge. You dropped right into a split right off the jump. And I know you said you worked in nightlife. So is that something you normally do in your shows?
Yeah, I normally actually jump off of stairs. So like there's like there's 2 stages that we can perform on, and there's like a set of like 6 stairs coming up. So I usually just jump off into like the crowd. But what was running through my head was like, if I lose this, I'll never work in nightlife again. I felt like, oh my gosh. I felt all the bookings were looking at me. So I'm like, okay, I literally said I'm the dancing diva of the season. If I can't live up to it, if I lose, I'll be so upset. I would have probably just left.
Well, I mean, the coins are still coming in, especially now you're doing OnlyFans too. So even if those gigs dancing don't work, you can dance in your own room. So tell me about, so after the role play challenge, the castmates all have a little talk or whatever, and then they go on to show the next challenges, which is broken off into groups, and you got to choose the groups, and immediately Nicky was like, had a comment about putting her in the lumberjack group, and then Cameron splitting up from Levi. Did you strategically choose the groups that way, or did you just pick?
Honestly, I wish there was a strategy because I may have not been in the bottom. No. Honestly, I knew Levi and Cameron before. My only thing that was running through my head was I was actually trying to be nice. I was like, I don't want Levi and Cameron to be seen as a pair, so I'm just going to split them up. And then I thought Cameron was funny. I thought Cameron was hilarious in the challenge because of the robots. So I was like, I'll pick him.
Yeah.
And then Nicky also did. Nicky caught my eye, so I was like, okay, I'll just pick you two. And then the others I just grouped kind of as the categories came. Like Gustavo and Kane, well, my pairing of them actually made them win. So I'll take 59% of that.
Speaking of Cameron and Nicky, that brings us into the Lumberjack Jack-Off Passion Project, which was a little rocky to say the least, but it came out pretty good. But like Chris had some comments about about being stepped over, that you seemed like you were waiting for the other contestants. Is that something you felt, or because I know you said, oh, this is Nicky being Nicky? Like, talk about that. How was it working with them, and was there really a grudge, or was it just?
Well, like we said, like, no disrespect, Nicky is very loud and she talks a lot, but I don't think that hindered me in the challenge. I was actually quite surprised by Chris's comments because I don't think it was that bad. I don't think it was as bad as Kevin and Levi.
Yeah, no, I talked with Kevin about that one, and it was definitely a little awkward. You guys definitely were both giving like your all.
Yeah, and it's hard because it's hard because not that it's anyone's gig, but I don't really, when it was like a dance challenge of the first, I was like, yes. And then the second challenge was this viral video. I was like, I don't know really what that means because I don't really make viral videos.
Yeah, you're like, I'm just me. I don't sit there and plan out content for camera.
Exactly. It's not like I'm like, okay, this is very smart, or I'm not smart with how I film. Like Cameron even said to me, it was like, if I literally just set the camera up and just going crazy, that probably would have not put me in the bottom. But I was I wasn't in my head, but I was thinking, what would Sophie and Rebecca like? So that's why it was a long conversation. Obviously, on the episode of the Lumberjack, it just shows a very small section, but we did actually deliberate hard on what to do because it was like, oh shit, I shot myself in the foot. I should have just chose the plumber one because that was
I feel like that's like with most like RuPaul, for example, like reality challenges like that, where you watch them and they pick the best person thinking, oh, this is going to make me shine in a challenge. But realistically, it's like they're so much of a character and like a personality that sometimes they fall in the back, which I don't think you fell in the back, but that's just what the critiques were given a little bit. So it's
and it's this is why this show is so good, because before even like going, they wanted to pick 7 different people with different skills.
Yeah.
Because so we all can excel or fail. So that's clearly where I fell hard, I would say. But I just thought that's Chris Crocker just wanted to come for me. I feel like he wanted to fuck me, and then he wanted to come for me.
Oh man, both of them come for you and come for you.
Literally.
So I feel like, I don't know, but as me being a fan watching the show, and I feel like some of the other fans might feel the same way and might be wondering the same thing. Is there still any hard feelings between you and Nicky?
Oh, not gonna lie, I'm actually obsessed. Like, I love Nicky. I think it's the fact you see how it progresses, if I say or whatever, but it's the fact that at that time we don't actually have an understanding of who each other are. Because again, we've just walked in. I feel like we just clashed, and like there may be more situations where we do clash.
Oh.
But right now we've talked. We've got so much love for each other. I think it's because we know each other's personalities now, and I feel like we didn't get to have that instant connection because we are humans. Like, some people we click with, some people it takes some growth, it takes some watering.
Yeah. So that's good though. I just wanted to make sure because I feel like this show is such like an empowering show, and I don't want anyone to leave the show and have like hatred coming for one person or another. And I feel like that's
No.
not what's going on. So I just wanted you to set that straight.
Anyone that hates on Nicky, come from me. No.
And anyone that hates on them, go talk to Nicky about it. No, I'm just kidding.
Right? Am I right? No one's gonna talk to Nicky.
Right. So with all the other contestants, we've been doing a rapid fire, get to know each other, basic, random, all over the place, from what's your favorite sex toy, your favorite movie, your favorite song to listen to when you do whatever. So let's jump right into that, shall we? Question number 1. Who is your favorite slag? Not even just in the show, anyone in pop culture or sex positive beings that you look up to?
Who I look up to, probably 100% Naomi Campbell, only because she owns every part of herself. Even though she's a bitch, she owns that she's a bitch. I don't say that I'm a bitch, I'm not saying that, but it's the fact that she just doesn't care. She's just like, oh yeah, this is me, and you're gonna book me for being me. That's kind of my ideology I would love to have.
Question number 2. What's your favorite song to listen to while getting it on?
Oh my gosh, favorite song. Actually, I don't listen to songs per se. I listen to a genre of like house music. I think house music with some poppers is the one.
Definitely that.
I feel like I'm back in the club, out of quarantine, back in the club.
It's literally what this all started from, like my room with this chalkboard on the background. I was so bored in quarantine. Like I started calling this Club Shane because it was so boring and bored that I was just like, let's get some LED lights in here, you know, let's have it be a real club.
Club Shane, yes, get into it.
I love it. So question number 3, what is your favorite part about being on the show?
My favorite part of being on the show was actually being exposed to so many different queers in this intense setting. Because I feel like from Kevin to Nicky to Gustavo, I don't know when else I'm going to be exposed to so many amazing people. I feel like with queers, we've been like, you're either going to want to shag someone or be like best friends with someone. Yeah. And out of this experience, I'm pretty sure we're just all best friends out of this.
That's perfect. I think that was probably one of the best things to come out of it as well. Yeah. What was your least favorite part about participating on the show?
Probably crying. No, if you ask anyone else, I cried.
Man. So we can look forward to that.
I wear my emotions like just out. Whatever happens. I always forget how young I am, I guess.
Yeah.
And I am always hard on myself. I feel like, I just crying on the show. That's what I hate.
Who is the most famous person you've met in your whole life?
Oh my god, that I've met. Shit, fuck. Who have I met? Fame. I've met Todrick Hall. Sorry.
Ooh. How is that?
He's actually very lovely because he's best friends with my friend who is in England. So whenever Todrick comes to America, he's just with her. But I met him once and he's actually very lovely.
Question number 6. Do you have a favorite book?
Oh my god. Yeah, I do. But it's more got pictures in it, and it's more like it really pushes the boundaries of society and what not to do and to do. I don't know if you know about it. It's the Madonna sex book.
I've heard of it, but I've never actually seen it. I've heard of it, but I've seen like pictures online. Do you have it?
I have it right here.
Oh, perfect.
Now available on Amazon.
Yes, shameless plug for Madonna.
No, but like this Madonna sex book is like sex positive. I don't know if you can see, but it's sex positive as fuck.
Oh my god.
And it's like after she got banned or something from MTV, she brought out this book, but it was like in this metal cover. So it was in this metal cover. So everyone was buying it because they didn't know what it was. But then when they opened it, they were like, what the fuck? And
I love that.
It's a goopery because there was like 3 things that her agency or whatever told her not to do, and she did them all in this book because she was like, I don't give a shit. I'm doing what I want to do.
Very much like that, yeah. So we love Madonna. That's great. Do you have a favorite movie?
Favorite movie
like
that I'll always watch.
Yeah.
Okay. When I'm in the mood, when I'm like go to, I'll put it on. Bridesmaids. Such a comedic film.
I love
It's probably one of the
Bridesmaids.
most funniest film. I could be having a shit day, be angry, be pissed, be pinging. I just put that on. I'm like, oh my gosh. It's like I'm watching it for the first time. I'm like, this is hilarious.
All right, moving on. Question number 8. Do you have a favorite TV show?
Favorite TV show?
Other than Slag Wars.
Everyone needs to watch The Crown. It's sick.
Is I'm that obsessed. Good?
Okay, I'm going to tell you something. There's 4 seasons, but you don't have to watch all of them. Watch season 4, but I goop because I'm obsessed with Princess Diana. It's all about Princess Diana and Margaret Thatcher.
Okay.
I feel like it's the drama. It's the drama between Diana and obviously Prince Charles, and it's literally amazing.
Question number 9. Who's your favorite musical artist?
Oh, that's so hard. Oh, you give me hard questions. It's Kim Petras. Is it Kim Petras?
Kim Petras, yeah.
Okay, good.
I love her.
Yeah. That is the artist I've listened to all their music, like all their music.
Question number 10. What's the last thing you purchased online?
Oh, what's the last thing I purchased online? It was actually a ring light for my OnlyFans. So if you want to see some good content.
Oh, yes. Plug that OnlyFans. If you could change anything about your life and go back, would you? And what would it be?
No.
Perfect.
No.
That's everyone's answer, so it fits.
Because in my head, obviously it'd be great to change something in life, but every situation, bad, good, the ugly, the beautiful, has led up to me being this person. So if I change anything back then, I won't be sat here today. And I'm very happy with my life right now.
Absolutely. I believe in like the butterfly effect. One little change in something could completely change your whole path. What is the first thing you think of when you wake up in the morning?
Honestly, when I wake up, I think, oh my God, as if I live here, because I recently moved into an apartment, like basically in central London. So like in my balcony, I can see the skyline of London, which is very rare. No, but it's very rare because it is an expensive. It's like, I guess it's like New York City, I guess.
Okay.
I guess. I feel like I've broken into someone's house. I'm like, oh, I live here.
You're like,
that's
where
what I think. Yeah, that's what I think. That's what I think every morning. I'm like, as if I live.
That's definitely a different answer than everyone else is giving.
Oh my God, what's everyone thinking?
Sophie said coffee. Nicky said cock. Gustavo said coffee. Kevin said, I'm pretty sure coffee as well.
Oh my God, I'm like, I live here.
I did the whole.
I know, but I'm weird because sometimes it's so comfortable for me to sleep like this or on my back like this.
No, you don't.
No, yes, I do. I'm like this.
I love that. Maybe you should have been in the vampire challenge.
Oh my God, I fucked myself. I'm a vampire.
All right, next question. If you could rid the world of one thing, what would it be?
Systematic oppression.
Okay.
That's
everyone said negativity or hatred, so that's a little different, but I like that. It's systematic oppression. If someone made a movie about your life, who would you want to play you in that movie?
See, I always like twist the question. The person I would want to play me, probably Mystique from X-Men.
Okay.
Like the shapeshifter.
Yeah. Only
because, I as you can tell, I'm obsessed with superheroes and like anti-heroes and stuff like that. But I really identified with Mystique just because with Mystique, there isn't like a specific thing that Mystique is. Like, they're always changing. Just like how I feel like I'm always growing. Like I always say, my body's a vessel, and like I can change it as much as I want to. But it's like like you said, what's between my ears that really matters.
Yeah. All right, that's a good answer. I like that because there's different Mystiques throughout the different movies, so it didn't really put that. I like that was a twist on the question. If you had to describe your life with one song, what would the song be?
Probably, I don't know if you're familiar with it. Kylie Minogue, Get Out of My Way.
I feel like I know that.
Get out of my way. Dub the music over my voice. I'm obsessed with that song. I love that song because I now feel like in my life I'm literally like, bye to the hate, goodbye, I don't need that. I'm literally like walking through my life as a book. And I'm like, bye, goodbye. And I'm taking all the olive branches that people are giving me and like rejecting all the burning bushes. That was a biblical term. I didn't even go to church.
We love it. We love it. If you were the 8th dwarf in Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs, what would your name be?
What would my name be?
So far, we've had horny, slaggy. Kevin said excited.
Excited.
Right. I was like, that doesn't fit the format, but we'll go with that.
I'm like, oh my gosh, this is gonna be funny. I want a fan to draw all of us as dwarfs. Excited.
Oh my god, that would be funny. Let's make that happen.
Probably Bambi. Only because I feel like aesthetically, I am the Bambi.
Okay, yeah, a little doe-eyed gazelle that just.
I know, and I'm a gazelle. My spiritual animal is a gazelle.
Okay.
Like, and I move like a gazelle. I don't know if you saw the dance challenge.
I was gonna say the long legs.
Very limber. And
Perfect.
this beautiful melanin skin.
We love it. We love it. You are beautiful.
So we've got excited. We've got Bambi. We've got Hori. That's stunning.
Yeah, and Sophie's slaggy.
Slaggy.
What is your biggest turn off?
Oh, it's more like what people like phrases and people say. Like I instantly go gross. It's when people add this. I'm gonna give you an example.
Okay, go for it.
Okay. Oh my god, you're so hot for a black boy.
Yeah, that's like I don't know in that way, but I've heard people say like my friends. I have a few girls that are a little bit bigger, and they're like, you know, what's the most rude thing is when someone's like, oh, you're cute for a big girl. Like, no, like, I'm cute
just
regardless.
Just stop it, cute, right? Yeah. And I actually touch upon this in episode 2, which is exciting. But
perfect.
It's the fact that I'm not in your eyes not considered pretty just because I'm pretty. You're stigmatizing a whole race because I'm black. Oh, black people are usually ugly, but you're pretty for a black person.
You're the exception. Yeah.
I'm like, okay. I'm like, okay, thanks. I'll take your backhanded compliment and
completely backhanded. It's like you're complimenting me, but also at the same time completely disregarding my whole race.
That's what it is. It's a microaggression. That's what it is.
That's definitely what that is. Yeah.
Oh my god, am I smart?
Yeah, definitely. He's like, I'm the dancing smart queen of season 1.
Am I the clever one?
In the opposite of that end, what is your biggest turn on?
Oh, biggest turn on. My biggest turn on physically is when people kiss my neck. Oh, I'm sensitive to fuck.
Yes, same.
I feel it. I feel someone right here.
I need a moment. Call me back.
I need a moment. Bye. I guess I get turned on more mentally than anything. If I can have like a I'm gonna sound dumb now, but if I can have like a smart conversation with someone and you're not completely stupid or ignorant or arrogant, then that's a massive turn on for me.
What is the first word that comes to mind right now?
Happy spunk.
Happy spunk. Ooh, we love it.
Ooh,
yes.
Yeah, happy spunk because I'm always happy and I love some spunk.
Could you imagine a sad spunk? I feel like that would be
very... that makes me feel sick. Oh my god, like sad spunk is basically after you've come and then you squeeze your dick and then do that little bit of... That is sad cum.
And then you're sitting there like, get off of me. Stop.
Oh my god, right? Right? They're like, you're needy, get off of me.
Yeah.
Clingy. I've got clingy spunk.
Clingy spunk. Oh my god. We're gonna start a new band. Instead of the Spice Girls, it's the Spunk Girls. And we got clingy spunk, sad spunk, happy spunk. I love it. What is your favorite song to dance or perform to? Like they call you for a gig right now. You need to be there 10 minutes ready to perform. You give them what song?
Rihanna, Shut Up and Drive.
Ooh, okay.
Shut up
great
and
one.
drive.
If you could give a sentence of advice to your younger self about life, what would it be?
Again, very good question. Okay. I probably would say, stop trying so hard to please everyone else. Just focus on you and what makes you happy. Don't worry about your mum, your dad, they'll sort themselves out. Just worry about what makes you happy in the moment.
I love that. I feel like everyone needs to find some sort of bit of happiness right now, especially in quarantine in today's life. What is the most important thing in your life right now?
Oh my God, this can sound so gross. I hate myself. I actually find my identity as a whole very important to me. Like, maybe some people don't, but I hold my identity and who I am as a person very sacred. Like a lot of people do. A lot of people do, but like, I'm not sensitive about it, but I'm very protective about it. So that's probably what's my most important thing in my life right now. It would be a dog if I had a dog, but I don't.
If you could have any superpower in the world, what would your superpower be?
Oh my God. Have you seen Umbrella Academy?
I haven't yet. I feel such a bad gay.
You're a bad queer, but I'm going to tell you. There's a character called Allison, and she has the power to manipulate the reality around her by lying, and all she has to say in front of the lie she wants to tell is, "I heard a rumor." So she acclaimed to fame by saying, "I heard a rumor Allison was famous," and then she became a famous movie star.
That would be awesome. I'd be like, I heard a rumor that I had $5 million in my bank today. What fictional world would you live in if you could choose any of them, and why? Like Narnia, or like in the Twilight universe, the Marvel universe, the like fictional world.
Like I've said, I'm obsessed with superheroes. And again, I don't know if you know it, but have you seen like Justice League or like Young Justice or anything? I would be in the world of Young Justice just because they all look like such fun, angsty teens that have sex all the time. No, but like they have but watching it, I'm like, okay, there's subliminal messages of them having a lot of sexual tension between them. And I'm kind of into it.
You're like, something is doing something for me here.
I'm kind of turned on by Superboy.
Yes.
Right, get into it.
Next question. In the event of a zombie apocalypse, you have to choose 3 people to join your team to bring you to the end of the world. Who do you bring on your team to help you survive?
Oh my fucking God. Oh my God. Okay, I'll actually bring Cameron just because he's very, very smart. And I feel like he would know what to do. He would give me the plans. He would give me the plans. Do you know who Bear Grylls is?
Yeah.
Bitch. The amount of times I've seen Bear Grylls piss in a fucking snake and eat it. Yeah. I would bring that. That. Okay, next. So I've got Cameron. I've got Bear Grylls. Dwayne The Rock Johnson, because I need someone to fucking carry me around.
Yeah, okay. I see that. I said Arnold Schwarzenegger.
I need some eye candy.
Muscle. Yeah.
I'm kind of into it.
He's nice looking. I love him.
I love Dwayne The Rock. A lot of people don't like him. I love him.
If you could choose any career other than the career you're in, which career would it be and why?
Death?
Can I just die now?
Can I just like
catch me doing that for the next week? I'm just gonna be like
any other career that's not in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
I'd want to work in fashion. That's what I would want to do.
Designing or modeling or all the above?
All of the above. I feel like I would want to like create pieces like this and then just walk it down the runway myself. And none of you bitches can work this garment. I'll wear it.
Oh my God. So speaking of that, so was that made for you for the show, or was that something that you got for the show?
This goopery was made for me by a stunning couture latex company.
I loved the flowy, like it was not like asymmetrical, but like it was kind of asymmetrical with like the crop top. It had different levels to it and layers. I liked that. And this brings us to our last and final question. What is one thing you want people to remember about you?
I would love it if people were still talking that I'm like an ambassador for the non-binary community that within the sex industry, because I feel like I don't know anyone that's remotely on the lines of myself and my identity, and more their knots that Tyreece was unafraid to be themselves. Like, it's just the not having the fear. But don't get me wrong, it's not like I'm scared all the time, but it is very daunting, especially being around the TV show. I'm not playing a character. It's not like Drag Race, for example, where I'm getting ready, then it's a persona, then anything I can blame on the persona. I'm literally going on as myself. So I would love it if people were like, that Tyreece, they were unafraid, they were unapologetic, they were themselves.
That's great. And I think we see a lot of that in the first episode. And based on everything you said, we're going to see a lot more of that in the upcoming episodes. And I just wanted to thank you very much for agreeing to do this with me, and thank everyone else that agreed to do it. I wanted to thank men.com and Daddy Couture for putting on the show to begin with, Matt Camp, Rebecca Moore, Sophie Anderson, everyone that's been involved with this amazing show. And yes, the Cock Destroyers. So where can my fans and your fans find you on social media?
Okay, my social media. Okay, get out your notebook, kids. Instagram, the most important one. You can find me at Tyreece Nye 2.0. That's very easy to find. On Twitter, it's Tyreece Nye 2. And that's where you find all my OnlyFans links, which is Tyreece Nye 2.0. That is also very important. Give us a follow, give us some love, and I love you back.
Thank you very much. And definitely go give them a look, and definitely check out their OnlyFans. I mean, I saw a little picture today that has some blurry action going on. It definitely deserves some money out here. So I just want to thank you again so much, Tyreece, and I hope to talk to you soon.
Thank you so much.